To the promotion scope. Welcome to the replay. If you know someone who needs this type of content, make sure you swipe and share the information with them. And if you like the content, give me some hearts. That helps me know that you're enjoying it. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. I'm back. Yesterday my internet was acting crazy, so I couldn't get on. But I'm back. I'm here to talk about building relationships online. Today we're going to be talking about building relationships with online magazines. And if you know me, then you know that I am Mashonda Hoffman, and I have an online magazine, Shades of Romance magazine. I call it Sormag Digital right now. We've gone digital. We used to just be online. Now we're digital. So I'm going to be offering some tips on how you can build relationships with magazines. So welcome. Okay, we might be doing some blocking tonight. But I'm ready. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see you. So good evening. I am Mashonda Hoffman. As I said, I am a promotion coach. I help you stay consistent with your promotion. And if you need some help, I am that person to help you do that. Hello, how are you doing, Guitar Geo? Nice to meet you. Thanks for stopping in tonight. Tonight I am going to be talking about my passion, online magazines. I started Sormag in oh my goodness, I want to say 2010, but that was a long time ago. No, 2000. I started Sormag magazine in 2000. It was my way to give back to the writers that I loved. I was into black romance at the time, and so that's what we featured was black romances. Over the years, we've gone on to feature black literature, nonfiction, all books that black people like to read. So that's what we feature now. And so I want to give you some tips on how you can start building relationships with other online magazines, mine included. The first thing that I want to say to start building relationships is not to just assume that the magazine is there to feature you. Most authors, that's the only time you hear from them when they're doing a magazine, when they want to get in a magazine. I get it all the time. How can I get on the cover? That's your first contact with me, is how to get on the cover. Thank you for the hearts. That's not a good way to build relationships. It's not. If you are a newbie, I'm going to tell you, most of the newbie people are pretty usually do their work, Some of the seasoned people every now and then, but I'm just going to say that you're not going to get on somebody's magazine cover by just sending them a message and going, "Hey, my book is coming out, and I want to appeal to everyone, not just black or white." Well, that's good. That's a good thing. One of the things about magazines is you have to have a niche, and so my niche is for black readers. So that's just has always been multicultural readers is what I call them, because it's a little bit of everybody. So I call it multicultural because it's a little bit of everybody. We do Asian, we do Hispanic, we do all kinds. So it's, not just African American, but we do cater to those. And so when you're trying to get in touch with a magazine, you first want to do some research on that magazine. You want to get to know the magazine. That's my first, tip to you, is to get to know the magazine. Go and check it out. Go and see if the type of magazine that you want. Like with mine, is that you can get it downloaded as a PDF, or you can get a print copy of it. Get a copy of it and check it out. Because you don't want to contact a magazine that has nothing to do with what you want to be doing. Just because it's a magazine doesn't mean it has the readers that you're looking for. And I think that happens a lot with people. Like he said, he wants to go to everybody. So I might not be the magazine for him. And that's fine. But, if I had somebody contacting me, they were doing weather. The book was about weather. So maybe and maybe not. Let me talk to you. Let me see what your story is about, But most of the time, I do a lot of nonfiction stuff, but you really have to think about that. My core readers read romance. So if it's about weather, they might not be really interested unless it's got some romance in it, So I always tell people that to make sure that you are looking at the magazines that cater to what you are trying to get in front of. If you want to get in front of mystery people, then that's the magazine you need to be looking for, mystery magazines. You don't want to be talking to people who do motorcycles. You know, they cater to readers who love motorcycles, want to talk about motorcycles. If your mystery doesn't have any motorcycle stuff in it, then no. It's not everybody. Everybody isn't your audience. So if you remember that, then that it goes greatly for magazines. There is a magazine for every book out there. There's so many niche magazines now, especially online magazines. And so it just takes some time, do some research, and find the magazine that is for you. Now, so when you go in there, check out the magazine's community. Most online magazines have a community. You can come in, you can make comments, you can, maybe they have a forum. My magazine, we have a blog, so you can go to the blog, and check out the blog and see what's going on the blog, talk to the people, make comments, so the people know that you've been there before. Come in there and let people know who you are and what you're doing, things like that. If you are going to contact a magazine, find out who the person is. Don't send a message going, hey, Miss Magazine Lady, or hey, editor. That is so rude. Find out who I am. Find out what the person's name is that you're going to be sending information to. Send them. Don't send them a bunch of links to go to. Nobody has time for that. If you want me to know who you are, send it inside the email. Tell me who you are, what's going on with you, when your book is releasing. If you want to really get in the magazine, then you want to try to get in front of them 3 months to 6 months ahead of time before your book comes out. Because that's how most magazines schedule. I'm probably one of those last minute magazine people that I'll let you pop in just before the book releases that day. I might let you come in the next day. That's just how I am. I have space like that. But most magazines are not like that. Most magazines, hey Tamika, nice to see you. Most magazines want their stuff 6 months in advance. They're not playing. They got their stuff set up. They got the spots that's already set up for them. And if you don't have your stuff in there, don't come into them a week before your book comes out and saying, yeah, I want to feature my book in your magazine. Yeah, that's going to happen. Thank you. Maybe if you're talking to LaShonda, she might have saved a little spot, because sometimes I save one spot for those last minute people. But, most people don't save spots. Nope. Especially the people who charge for their spots. They're not playing like that. You're going to have to get your stuff in there to them soon. So do your research. Find out how they want you to, send the information to them. Don't send them your book. No. Look and see what their guidelines are. People send stuff all the time. I get tons and tons of books all the time. Most of the time, the books that I receive have nothing to do with what I feature in my magazine. People just know it's a magazine and they're like, oh, maybe she'll say yes. No, I get messages from publicists who have never looked at my magazine. You're a publicist. I would think that you would take time to look at the magazine and see if it's something that your clients can handle. That's where they need to be showcased at. I get stuff all the time. I told you about the person about weather. I got something about relationships. Got nothing to do. I have most of my readers are women, but they don't want to read that kind of stuff. They want fiction most of the time. So you need to be doing your research and find out if that's what you want. Another way to get inside of a magazine without being the featured author is to contribute an article. Most magazines are looking for new content. I know I am at Sword Mag. We are always looking for new content. I love being able to showcase somebody and their article and give them a chance to, talk about what they know, their expertise. So definitely go and look at contributing an article to a magazine. It's not that hard. You get a byline. You get to talk about your a little bit about yourself and in the bio. So definitely look at that, and you get to tell a little bit about your skills, and hopefully they will pay you for that article that you're submitting, and that gives you a little bit another income stream. I don't pay a lot like most places, but I pay for your articles that I take and put in the magazine. So definitely look into going into checking out the online magazines and seeing if some of them are looking for new content. You could be that person that's giving them some content. So the number 3 one is to host a workshop. Yes, some online mag contribute. I like this. Yes, contribute. That's a great. If I'm giving you different ways to get in front of a magazine when you're not the featured person. I'm gonna talk about the featured person too. But if you're not the featured person, you can still get into magazines all the time. I'm seeing a lot of businesses are doing this. They're using magazines as a way to get themselves out there. They're writing articles for, Inc. magazine or Black Enterprise. People are writing articles. I'm thinking about sending me an article to Black Enterprise. Hey, all they can do is say no. So hey, and if they pay me, I mean buzzed. But that's another way to get yourself featured in there without somebody's contacting you and say, hey, we want to feature you in the magazine. So hosting a workshop is another way. I host a lot of workshops, and I'm always looking for authors to come and help me host some workshops. I do the online conference, and then I have a promotion group. In my promotion group, we welcome workshops. You can have a 1-day workshop, or you can have up to a 5-day workshop in my promotion group. Introduce yourself to the people in there. I have 200 plus people in my group, and you can get a chance to get in there and talk to the people and talk about what you're doing. Show us something that you're an expert in. Most of the magazines have the same thing. You can be featured on I told you they have forums in their communities. Like me, I have a blog, so maybe you want to do a workshop on my blog for the week and showcase something different, on there. So that's another way that you can get featured in a magazine, but as as not being a featured author. Hello, how you doing? Another way is to be a monthly columnist. Magazines are always looking for columnists, so this is a great way. Again, you can get paid, to do that. So look at okay, we might be blocking another person. Look at the column. I can get paid, really? Okay, here we go. All right, sorry. You can look at the magazines and see if they're looking for columnists. A lot of the online magazines are always looking for people to write for them monthly or quarterly or whatever they do. And because they need, like I said, they always need new content. Every magazine always needs new content. And as a columnist, you are in front of readers every month. Who really, my phone rings. It doesn't ring all year long, and now it's ringing. And so you want to be out there monthly, getting in front of people. And so you want to get out there monthly, you want to get out there quarterly and get in front of the readers. It's a nice way to get in front of the readers, showcase your expertise, and of course you're going to get a byline, and you're going to get at the bottom of a bio that you can put at the bottom of your column. Let them know who you are. Make sure you put the call of action on there. Let them know where to find you on your website. Tell them a little bit about your book, and if you get lucky, like in my magazine, I'll let you showcase a little bitty picture of your book. So, some magazines do that. The last way to promote with an online magazine is paid advertisement. A lot of people shy away from this because they don't see the benefit of it. But a magazine never expires. It's just like a book. People keep magazines 15, 20 years. I'm guilty of that sometimes. So magazines never expire. So think about that when you're thinking about promoting in a magazine. You can just get the cover of your book in a magazine, and it's there in front of people all the time. You can tell people, I am featured in the magazine. Your friends go out and buy the magazine. So never discount paid advertisement. Some places have, nice budget. We have we have budget-friendly prices for advertisement. Other magazines do too. So definitely think about that. Do your research and find out which magazines are, because you think about it. If you buy the magazine yourself, you can showcase that when you do when you're doing your what's the name of my magazine? Shades of Romance magazine, Sormag Digital. It's at Sormag, SORMAG.com. And you can take your magazines with you, get copies of them and give them to people as prizes. Or you can, showcase them when you're doing your book signing so people can see that you're in the magazine. That's some good stuff. Being in a magazine it's a nice way to advertise your books. A lot of writers they think that it's not cost effective, but you thinking about how many people you're going to get in front of, how many people pass that magazine on, how many people, so that's what advertising is about, to get in front of sormag.com, thank you. That's to get in front of as many people as you can, and that's what magazines is all about, to get in front of as many people as you can. So definitely think about doing paid advertisement. So I'm going to go over those 5 tips, and then I'm going to give you some tips about if you want to approach a magazine. So this is what I wrote down for online magazines. With online magazines, you reach your niche market. Your promotions are archived most times, so it's not a one-time promotion like some things are. Like I remember I told you, magazines are forever, especially if they're online. Online is forever unless they take it off. Most people archive their magazines online forever. Your promotion can be viewed by readers for a whole year or more. You build your reputation as an expert on certain topics. New readers learn about you and your book for each issue that you're in, and you build a network of different online editors. And that is very important, because when an editor has a slot open, who are they going to get? They're going to contact the people that they've worked with before who gives them good content. You know, they're not going to say, oh, let me find somebody. Most editors not looking for anybody. They come into us, you know, and so that's the great thing. If you know that you got a great person that you can work with, I know I do. If I find somebody that really likes to write articles, I'm going to continue to use them, because I know that my readers are going to enjoy the article, and that I'm going to get the stuff on time and in a professional manner. So that is very important when you're dealing with working with an editor, that you want to be professional and you want to be able to come back to them anytime. You know, if you got a new book coming out every year, you can go and write an article every year and be in a different magazine, and you know, without having to, if you're not paying for advertisement. That's a great way to do it, is to get in the magazine by doing articles. Okay, so the first thing what I told you, to become friends with the magazine. Go in there, join the community, see what's going on with them, check them out, see if it's something that you want to be in. Because the magazine, you know, if you read a magazine it's not what you want to be in, then you won't, there's no sense of contacting them and stuff. So number 2 is to contribute an article. I was telling you about that. Write an article for the magazine, see what's going on with them. You know, this is a great way to showcase your writing style, especially if you're a newbie. An article is a great way to showcase your writing style. Check out some magazines and see what kind of articles they have, and then you know how to pitch yourself to them. Number 3 is to host a workshop. Maybe you have some kind of expertise that you're good at. Come and host a workshop at the magazines and see if that's something they're looking for. Number 4 is to be a monthly columnist. This is a great way to get free publicity for your books, and for you is being a columnist. And then number 5, if you got the budget, get some paid advertisement in the magazine. You know, you can buy the smallest advertisement if they're in there. You know, or if you got big time budget, get the back cover, because the back cover is big time. They see the front, and what do? Flip it over, get the back. So definitely check out paid advertisements for magazines. Check out SoarMag. We have some great rates for doing your magazine, and my next issue comes out in March, so if you're ready, I'm ready to help you promote your book. Okay, so here's some couple of tips on how to approach a magazine, building relationships with a magazine. Okay, if you've never contacted the person, don't act like you know them. Okay, when you use those, I'll use me as example for SoarMag. So you decide you want to promote in SoarMag, and you hoping that SoarMag will feature you in your book as an interview. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is send me an email and introduce yourself to me. Tell me who you are, what your book is about, and when it releases. If your book has already released, that's okay. Still tell me when it released, so I'll know. You can say, hey, my book released in June last year, and I really would like to be interviewed for your magazine. Fine, tell me a little bit about the book, and sometimes, and give me your website. That's fine. And then that's it. Do not keep sending me emails, 55,000 emails. That one email is sufficient. I'm going to contact you when it's time for me to contact you. Do not keep saying, did you get my message? Did you get my message? Do not hit me on Facebook. Did you get my message? Do not hit me on Twitter. Did you get my message? What's that going to do for me? This person is crazy. That's what I'm thinking in my head, But if you're doing that to me, I can imagine little Mashonda, how you're doing that to all the other magazines. You're not going to get in a magazine if you're harassing the editor. Do not harass the editor. One letter is enough. Now, if you haven't heard back from them in a month's time, then maybe a reminder. But most people are going to get back to you. I usually get back at the latest 2 weeks. if I'm really busy, but most time if I get a message, I'm going to send a message back. Thank you, and I'll let you know if I have a slot available, if I'm not. As I told you before, people do this 6 months in advance. So if you want to get your book out there, you got to be on top of things. You can't be waiting till your book releases and then decide you want to be in everybody's magazine. It is not going to work. It's not. And I get it all the time. And I feel so bad because I can't give everybody a spot. In my magazine, I give 4 slots. And then on a blog, I get 8 slots. That goes fast. Do you know how many writers are out there? And then you have the ones who want to be in there every time they book come out. You have to consider them too. And then you have the newbies, and so your slot is very important. So you got to make sure that it's very important and that you're letting the people know in timely manner so you can get that slot. Because who you think I'm going to take? The person who's coming out in 6 months, I can schedule them on my calendar. The person whose book came out yesterday, I might be able to squeeze you in, I might not. And then you have no way, and it's like, I have people tell me, I can't never get in the magazine. Well, for one, you wait and tell me after the book is released. I should know beforehand when the book is released. Most times, when I interview people, I'm contacting them. I rarely get people contacting me. And I say, you know what? It would be great if they contacted me beforehand, because then I have slots for them. But when I contact you and you don't contact me back, that's number 2. If a magazine contacts you and say they want to feature you in their magazine, reply back, please. Do not wait 6 months later. Do not wait 3 months later. I've had people contacting me a month or 2 later, and they go, oh, I just got this email. I just seen it was all in my pile. Can I still get that? No, that's over with. That's why it's gone to somebody else. Maybe I might have something next month. Most times, no. So take time to read your emails and make sure that you're not missing important information in your emails, because you got 5,000 emails coming in. I tell people all that. Get a separate emails just for media and for people business information. So that's the only email that goes with business, and you know that when you go into that email that you're going to get some business stuff. I have so many writers missing opportunities because they are piled down with emails. It happens to me. I got 5 emails and I'm swamped. So I miss stuff sometimes too. So I understand that. But as a writer, you need to be you can't miss opportunities, especially free opportunities. Somebody give them to you to get in their magazine. I had a person I wanted to do the cover, and I couldn't get in touch with her. She would not respond. And got back from me 3 months later. And I was like, she's a newbie. I like to put new people on the cover, because how many times do you get to be on the cover of a magazine? Oh, good. And so that's my thing. If I could get in touch with you, you're a newbie. I had a person that was a new person. This is another tip. I'm learning this too. I have to do it myself. But she did. Because I'm a small magazine, I can't send out a photographer. So you have to have your own pictures. She had no pictures. She goes, I have no pictures, none. And I was like, I can't even put you in the magazine if I don't have a picture of you. I need a picture of you so that people can see what you look like. That who wants to see an article about somebody and they don't see what they look like? That's just, magazines is all about pictures, So if you don't have pictures, the iPhone is fantastic. If you got an iPhone, you can take some nice pictures of yourself with your phone. I need to sit down and do it myself, so I'm guilty too. But you can take some nice pictures. You can. And if you got the funds, go get a photo shoot, because people, that's the first thing they ask for is a picture of you. Most magazines aren't sending unless you're the cover person, they're not going to send a photographer to you. So you have to have a good bio about yourself. Don't use the same one that you're posting on all the blogs. Create something new for the magazine. Make sure that you have something new for the magazine so it can be fresh. You want everything on that interview fresh. You don't want the same stuff everybody already read. Make sure you have a picture of yourself, a nice picture of yourself. If you got 2, send 2, because sometimes they'll use it. Make sure you have a nice picture of your book, the front cover, not the 2 together. I get that all the time. No, send the cover, just the cover of the book. Make sure you got a nice blurb. Make sure you got an excerpt about the book, and make sure you send your call to action. What's your call to action? Your website. Let people know to come to your website. When you do your bio, put it in there. Come join my mailing list. Put that in your bio. That's your call to action. Because once that interview is put in there, that's it. That's the only way they can get in touch with you. So you want the people to be able to get in touch with you. Yes, you want them to buy your book, but you also want to grab them people and bring them into your mailing list. So definitely put that on your bio. Hey, join my mailing list and keep in touch with me. Always. Okay, so those are things that you need if you're going to be inside the magazine. So don't hold the magazine up because you don't have a picture of yourself. Don't send an avatar. I hate avatars. I have a couple of people, and they're probably going to see this and know now that I hate avatars. That is not you. Okay, so do you. Be you. If you think you're funny looking, then you're funny looking. That's just you. That's how you. My hair is all over my head. I got gray stuff. This is me. I can't be nothing else. Next week I'll be back black. Okay. But most times you got to be you. So they want to see you. When our readers do an interview, they want to see you. They want to know that you are a real person. You are not a cartoon. So no avatars. Okay. So when you contacting these editors, be professional. Do not hound them down on Facebook and Twitter. Send your message and let them know that you are interested in being in the magazine. And don't give up. Maybe that at that time frame it wasn't available. But the next time the book comes up, then I'll need to give my stuff to them 6 months in advance. Read the guidelines. Most guidelines will tell you, okay, if you want to be featured in here, you have to do this. Bam, bam, bam. Listen to what they're saying. With me, I use it. I want to feature your book when your book comes out. So I do quarterly. So, the spring, summer, fall. You got a summer book, then you need to be trying to talk to me so you can get your summer book, so you can get your book in the summer thing. You got a fall book, you want to get in the fall. You got a Christmas book, well, you probably won't get in the Christmas side because those are feature kids. So you probably won't get in the winter thing. But I have spring, summer, and fall. Those are the months you can get into the thing. And I have 4 slots, and they go fast. They go really fast. My spring is completely booked. But summer and fall, they open. So if you got books that are coming out there, then that's who I'm going to feature. If you had a book that came out last year, you might get on the blog. That's how I work. I'm trying to feature new stuff that's in there so people can be there. And magazines are the same way. They not featuring nothing that came out last year. They feature new stuff this year. Everybody wants to be new and fresh. So remember that. You want to put your stuff in. If your book is coming out this year, then you need to be in front of the magazine trying to get your books in front of them. Let them know. Even when it comes to reviews, the same way. You want to get your books in there in time enough so it can be reviewed when the book comes out. Not reviewed 2 years later. So those are some tips that I want to help to get you and start building you some relationship with online magazines. Online magazines are a great way to get yourself in front of a bunch of readers, a whole bunch. They have a bunch of readers, and there are so many magazines. Just do your Google on there and put it in there and see what type of magazines you're looking for. There's some blog magazines, there's some digital magazines, and some like me, I'm a blog, digital, and print magazine. So there's different, others that do the same thing. It's not that hard. You just stay professional and, make some friendships with them. Get to know the editor. Get to know the magazine. And before you know it, you might be on the cover. So those are my tips for tonight. I hope they help you. If you had any questions, please post them, click them right here. I'll answer any questions if you have anything about getting the magazines. That's something that I do. I've been doing magazines for 16 years, and so I know what not to do. So if you need some help with, if you got some questions after this scope, definitely look me up at lchwriter@gmail.com and I'll answer them. If you want to be featured in SoarMag and you got a book that's coming out, you need to be contacting me because I'm getting the slots go really, really fast. And so I would love to introduce you to the readers. And my slots are free. The interviews are free. My promotion in the magazine, and that's a different price. But the interviews are free. And that's why they go so fast, because they're free and people want to get themselves out there. And I love introducing my readers to new writers. So definitely look into doing that if you're interested in promoting your books in the magazine. You don't have to use mine, but go check out somebody else's and see about, start building you some relationships that way. So I am Mashonda Hoffman. I didn't see any questions, so I'm going to get on out here. Oh, let me plug my book before I do. This is building online relationships. That's what I'm talking about, building relationships. This is my book. It came out last year, and you can download it real fast if you want to learn how to promote your books or your business. Everything that's in this book is how I built up SoarMag. So you can use this for your business too. My friend told me, they said, did you know you can use your book for business? I'm like, yeah, I was a business first before I became a writer, right? So this is a book for businesses and for people who are writing their books. I definitely say get in here and get a chapter at a time and read it and do the action plan with it, and you will start promoting your books. So that's my book. If you're interested, I can do a print copy or autograph. Hit me at MashondaHoffman.com. You can get it sent out to you tomorrow if you want one. So that is it for tonight. Let me see if I can plug my little thing. If you're having a hard time with staying consistent with your promotion, I definitely invite you to check out my training that I'm doing. Let me see if I can put the link up there. Can you see it? There you go. That's the link for my training. Take a screenshot. I have training. I got it in front of me. My face. Okay. There you go. I'm doing training to go with the book. A lot of people buy out the book, and when I talk to them and ask them how they're doing, they go, I haven't read it. Oh, I don't know what to do. So the training is continuation of the book. If you need some help if you got my book and you need some help, you need me to sit down and work with you to go through this book, then that's what the training is about. So definitely check out the training. Here's the link. I hate you can't type on there, but that's the link to it. Click it. Write it down and post it on your thing and find out I have different rates for different stuff to do. So that is it for tonight. Thank you for being here. And if you have any questions, definitely hit me offline on SoarMag at Twitter. And I hope you can come in again. And if you know of anybody who wants to build a relationship with online magazines, definitely share this with them. Thank you so much for the hearts. Here's my information. It's some information screenshotted. But promotion is something that you don't have to do by yourself. I tell people that all the time. If you're having a hard time, then definitely contact me. That's what I'm here for, to help you start being consistent with your promotion. Definitely take time to make some relationships with different people, especially online magazines. We need your content so we can stay in business too. And we need your promotion so we can stay in business. So we all work together to help each other start selling some books. Okay, so if you have not told anybody today about your book, I want you to get off this scope and go talk about your book today. Happy promotion. I do that.